So, hello, teacher. My name is Claire, and I'm a digital media design, and I want to learn an experience about digital media design from you, and I will show you my portfolio website today. So, I have a few questions, I'd like to ask you.
Yeah, sure.
And the first one is what do you see as the current trends in the field of digital media design?
Mm, in terms of the trend, I would believe that right now, uh, the industry is moving towards Industry 4.0, meaning the digital transformation. And that actually includes elements such as digital twin, AI ML, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning,
Mm-hmm.
and also like machine connectivity,
Yeah.
able to have software that's able to track and retrieve data, and as well as condition monitoring. And yeah, so all these are actually technology that is sought after in the industry. So which I believe have some relevancy and ties with digital media design. However, of course, knowing that digital media design would usually covers the front end, you know.
Mhm.
But to me, all this actually work hand in hand. So I think it's equally important that for young digital media designers to acknowledge, the need to be exposed to this value of technology. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
And what skills do you think are most important to demonstrate in a job interview?
Definitely, I think first of all is your strength. What are the things that you are really good at, and also what are the things that you're passionate about. And last but not least, to also show the interviewer that the skill sets you have uh, is relevant. It's something that is in demand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are things I think you need. Of course, in terms of some attributes or some personality, I think humble, open-minded, and being sincere. Yeah, because in the interview, you wouldn't want to lie about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think are the most common mistake digital media designer make during the creative progress? And how can they be avoided?
Mm, think for designers, right? I mean, generally speaking, I think it's applicable to other professional designers, be it graphic, fashion, or whatsoever. So, when we conceptualize, do the conceptualization of the early creative process, there are times that we lost track of time, and that would ended up us, having some challenge in managing in time managing our project. So that would also could uh, create delays or certain action and so forth. So I think important for us to manage our own expectation. Try not to overdo it, because if not, ultimately whatever that we are doing is a form of a service. Because I always say that we are not artists, we are designer. So in the end, if we create unnecessary delay to the project or fail to meet the deadline, the customer will not be happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a very important question is how do you manage your time and project to stay productive?
I think one way is that you can use different platform tools, as I recommended to some, like using Jira, or even can use GitHub or GitLab, meaning that um, these are platform that allows you to keep track of your project progress, because there will be timestamp, or even some tools that provide you like high level bird eye view of entirety of the project itself. And for those platforms, you can also create multiple projects. And finally, I feel that it is important that we can adopt or implement maybe agile, into our project development cycle. so that we can have sprints, we can have quick wins and milestones. Because at times, right, we tend to, create uh, a milestone that it would take maybe 2 months or 1 month, which to me is a bit long. And in order to stay productive, right, and keep track whether you're progressing, it is definitely helpful if you can have different sprint within that one milestone, meaning that every week, what you want to achieve,
Yeah.
reflect on it. Is there any challenge? So these are things that could help to allow you to better manage your time and make your project to stay productive. Yeah.
And how do you keep your work fresh and creative? Where do you get your inspiration?
Keep my work fresh and
Yeah.
creative. You open my door. No, seriously, because at times I think it's always a challenge for most of us to get out of our comfort zone.
Mhm.
When we are comfortable or we have to see comfort in certain things, we tend to stick with it. But it's important that we know when it is time to be detached, able to detach from it and open ourselves so that we can be creative again. And getting inspiration is see more, interact more.
Mm.
Yeah.
And which designer or artist do you think have influenced you the most?
Designer artist. Actually, the one that inspired me is not really artist.
Okay.
I mean, that inspired me is Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
He's able to innovate, and think out of the box and create a product that's so widely loved. Yeah. Yep.
And I also have four questions for my portfolio website, so I will share the screen.
Sure.
And this one, like the home page. And you can go to the designer work and see my portfolio and start to see more. You can see the detail and some sketch. And about, oh sorry, I forgot to change my photo.
It's okay.
And I also put the scales things in here. And also have the contact. And about the design work, I put the logo design and the animation video and the 3D model. Also have the like use the Unity to do the game design and have some poster design and the website design. And the first question about my portfolio website is like, do you think my portfolio to fully demonstrate my abilities and the experiences?
I think based on what I'm seeing, it does shows your level of versatility, meaning that you're well versed in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
Of course, I think um maybe in terms of like graphic creation, that's something I think is an area that can be improved upon.
Okay.
But other than that, I think um, you're all-rounded designer, meaning that you can do video, you can do like graphic, also design, you can do like game designs. Also, you're quite well versed, I mean, in all areas.
Okay. And what are your feedback on my design style and choose the theme of my portfolio? Like the website design.
Frankly speaking, I feel that I can't really see a theme or style.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, because I feel that, but however, your portfolio website, what I can say is that it is functional.
Yes.
But however, if I were to define a style, I can't. It's a bit generic. So
Yeah.
maybe you can think about how to shape it or enhance it towards your interest. For example, if you're talking about you have a higher interest in like visual illustration and something like that, it means that your website could encompass or include more of those graphic artwork, as an icon or whatever. If you're talking about animation or motion graphics is your thing, then maybe certain button or certain part of the website can be animated GIF or something like that that's relevant to your passion or to what you like. If, for example, if you're talking about Unity game, then maybe you can even consider changing your website
Mm-hmm.
to learn something more interactive a bit, some 3D element or whatever. So, long story short, what I'm trying to say is right now, your website itself is a bit too safe. Even the background itself is just a tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I not very sure what it represents, or is it just a background image? Because can you imagine that if the background is, or on the other hand, if the background is actually a background of a wallpaper created by you, or it can be an animated video, or that's created by you, or lastly, it can be an interactive element at the back of the page, meaning that you do certain things, you affect the background. So these small things, right, it allows people, or maybe especially me, to know what is your interest gearing towards.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
And what do you think about the user experience and navigation of my website?
You scroll up, scroll down.
Go down.
Okay. I think overall, if you scroll back up again, nothing much. I think everything is functional. Okay, however, there's one thing I would like to comment is that if you notice, right, if you want to go to the other pages, you have to scroll up, correct? If you scroll up, the navigation bar is there, right?
Yes.
So I'm thinking that if your menu navigation bar can be fixed, for example, even you scroll down, right, it's fixed there.
Oh.
So that the user is not required to go back up to click on the different button to go to different page. So that
yeah.
is user experience.
And do you have any suggestion on how to improve my portfolio to better showcase my talent and experience?
Okay, first of all, as I mentioned earlier, what the uh one of the things that one of the possibility, opportunity I can think of is enhancing website, tailor it more towards what you're passionate about. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, if you're passionate about, like, for example, graphic illustration, whatever, maybe you can show more of those elements on your website. Okay. And on top of that, I would suggest that if time permit, if you have the time availability, maybe you can start, scouting or seeking a freelance project opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Because why do I say that? Because ultimately, right, for college or school assignments, they are usually there's not much constraint, meaning that for the designer, like for you, right, you all have the creative freedom to create whatever you want, right? Which is not very applicable in the industry, because the industry, when you do design, you're doing for customer.
Mm-hmm.
Customer have requirement. You are doing something that's based on what the customer need, what the customer want. So if you have higher count of work that is based on industry collaboration or industry freelance project, then I think it would further strengthen your portfolio. And when the potential hirer or employer looking at your website, with those like popular named company that engage you, it will reflect better on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all for today. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.